name is Christine Weddle. This is COM 101, my self-introduction speech. My name is Christine Weddle. I was born in Lafayette, Indiana, but grew up mostly on the east side of Indianapolis. I am technically a freshman here at Ivy Tech, but I spent several other years at IUPUI in the University of Indianapolis, majoring in several different subjects. Now I'm an English and Communications major, and I want to be a freelance writer and basically be able to just make enough money off of that so I can work when I want and where I want. For people who know me well, this doesn't come as much of a surprise. From the time I learned to read, I devoured books like most kids devoured candy. I like to get lost in that world, to get lost in the characters, and often it took me away from reality when it got hard. There was one book in particular that made a profound impact on my life. When I was 16, my family went to Florida to a small resort town called Cape San Blas for spring break. There weren't any other houses around except for the vacation houses, and the closest stores and restaurants were about 20 minutes away. For most kids, this might not have been the ideal spring break, but for me, I was excited to take all of my new books and lay on the beach, work on my tan, and read everything that I could while I was on vacation. One of the books I brought with me was The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. I brought it with me as part of an essay contest that I was entering for a scholarship. As I read the book, I got more and more engrossed with the story of Howard Roark, an architect, and Dominique Franckon, a writer. I became engrossed in the world that Ayn Rand created, where these two struggled against a world that just wouldn't accept logic and reason over the norm. Some of the concepts that Ayn Rand explored in her book made me a little bit nervous. I had grown up in a pretty religious family in a fairly religious town, and some of the ideas, while they made me nervous, also made me very exhilarated. While I had grown up learning about the virtues of selflessness and faith, Ayn Rand talked about the virtues of selfishness and logic. Through her stories, she explained how in the world when you don't have confidence in yourself and in your mind, you end up being a little bit dead inside. When I finished reading the book, all I wanted to do was jump into the ocean and swim and swim. I wanted to run away. When I finished it, I had never felt more free and more like I was ready for something new. I kind of lost that feeling for a few years. As most teenagers do, I got caught up in being in love with the right guy and going to the right school. When I was about 20, I was engaged and was ready to become a stay-at-home wife, but though the man had grown up in a religious family with missionaries all over his family, he had cheated on me several times and still questioned me for questioning my faith. When I was 20, I decided to break off that engagement because I found that book again and reread it in 2 days. I broke off the engagement, I moved out of my parents' house, and started my own life. Today, every day, I try to remember that life is an adventure and to make the most of it while I'm here on earth. I know I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'm still going to keep making more mistakes, but I want to be able to explore the world with the time that I have left while I'm here. And when I start to get a little nervous about what my life is going to bring and what good my writing is going to do for the world, I try to remember Ayn Rand's words in her book Anthem. I need no warrant for being, and no word of sanction upon my being. I am the warrant and the sanction. Thank you.